I do think if you look top to bottom, there are more bad organizations in the East. So I kind of wanted us to just play a little game like yes or no. Is this organization bad? And that's it, to try to measure what conference is really that much stronger and how much competent organizations the Western Conference has compared to the East. So
how many years are we going back on this?
I just feel like, whether you think they're a good organization now
1946, Riv, back when it was the BAA. We're talking about the Toronto Huskies, baby.
I would say like the last decade, the Clippers once were a bad organization. Yep. Okay. I don't know if I'd say the Clippers are a bad organization now. So basically
that's a good, I like that.
How many organizations in the Eastern Conference are bad? The Cleveland Cavaliers, yes or
no?
No.
They're not a bad organization.
The Boston Celtics.
Nope. Obviously not.
They're the worst.
They stink morally.
The New York Knicks.
No.
Turned it around.
I mean, for a while they were, yeah.
I mean, we're giving a lot of credit to 3 years here.
True.
Okay, actually, but you know what? All that matters is who's in power right now. Leon Rose is good.
I'll say no.
They're a good organization right now.
The Orlando Magic.
No.
Man, I'm meaning
they're in the middle for me.
Yeah.
They're not bad, no.
So far, we don't have any teams in the East that are bad organizations. The Miami Heat.
Yes.
Organization.
I say no.
You're saying they're bad, Riv?
Right?
Not
in the last 10 years?
They're stable.
they went to 2 finals in the last however many years.
Outside of Jimmy Butler, what have they done to help that team?
Okay, hold on. But if we're saying that Orlando is a good organization and Miami isn't, Orlando has been bad.
Orlando's a bad organization that got lucky with Paolo.
They had several years with Dwight, and now they have this new iteration.
Pat Riley has really just fallen off, so he hasn't done much.
But the standard is so high. The standard they've set is so high. They're always competitive.
Like I don't like their finals runs. I don't even put that on their organization. That's just their players overachieving shit. But I get what you mean.
Well, organization's good, and they've had a great coach for 15 years.
Yep, no free agents in the last 5 years. I got it.
I'm with you there.
This is actually one of the organizations that I think is a comfortable yes, honestly, with the Heat. Like, they're a good organization. I think they're good.
Okay.
The Atlanta Hawks.
Bad.
No.
Definitely not good. Definition of mediocrity.
No, I'll say no.
Okay, that's our first
I would argue that they're not even mediocre because they did have their ECF run, but it was also off the basis of Trae Young was amazing against the Knicks and then against the Sixers, ultimate collapse, and then the Bucks, even unhealthy, weren't able to get past them regardless. So I would say no, they're a bad organization.
The Detroit Pistons.
Bad.
Terrible.
The worst, maybe.
The Brooklyn Nets.
The Wizards exist. The Nets suck.
Bad.
Nets
are bad.
Riv, all right, can I say something? Is my connection dog shit?
Your connection is dog shit.
Well, we hear you right now.
Yes. It's just your camera's pixely, but we do hear your voice.
Brooklyn has made some moves, man, but I'll say no. But Brooklyn has made some moves. They've been aggressive.
No, I think the Brooklyn Nets conversation is a little bit more interesting than just
they've been listen. Hey,
well, they gave the Celtics a dynasty. They're the definition of a bad organization.
They hired Steve Nash to be the coach of that team, and they banked on Kyrie and KD.
They bounced back faster than Detroit has bounced back from their rebuild.
Detroit's maybe the worst organization in basketball.
They got Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and Harden. I'm gonna say no.
Let me back you up.
But what materialized from that? A second round run. What?
No, listen. I don't think that's on the organization, though. I think that's on the players.
I think they're a horrible organization.
They made some cool moves. I'm saying no.
I think they made some cool moves. It's a tale of different years. Billy King, Nets era, worst organization in basketball. Yeah. Since Sean Marks has taken over, I can hear competence.
And they just got their picks back.
Can I also make to be at the defense for the Pistons? They've gotten super unlucky at the draft. They should have had a top 3 pick every single. Say it again.
They don't know how to draft.
They don't, but they should be a team that should be in contention for the first pick every single season.
They hired Monty Williams.
Monty was a good coach coming in.
Nash, brother. They hired Steve Nash.
That's fair.
Monty Williams was supposed to be good for them.
That's fair. Wait. Oh, yes.
But Monty, at the time, Monty said he did not want to be the head coach, and they just gave him an offer that he could not refuse, and he's getting paid now for the next 5 years, an insane amount of money.
They also were supposed to get Wemby and ended up with the 5th pick.
There is no way you're arguing really for the Pistons being a good organization.
No, it's not 2006.
No.
All I'm saying is Sean Marks has been good. That's all.
I would argue that they are dog shit for multiple reasons. I would also say they are a super unlucky organization.
The Pistons have been rebuilding for 17 years, bro.
They have a championship in the last 2 decades.
Oh my God.
They're a bad organization.
Well, technically not anymore. That was 2004. We're in the 24-25 season.
Hey, 25 hasn't happened yet. I live in the now, baby.
Listen, bro. I mean, the Pistons, obviously, late 80s, amazing. 2000s, 6 straight great seasons. But I mean, that was a long
Blake
time
Griffin
ago,
run.
dude.
Can't forget.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, that was terrible. That was 1 year.
I'm having fun. All right, but the truth of the matter is, the only thing I'm saying, they are a bad organization with terrible luck. I will also stand on that. They're unlucky.
Can I say something about the Nets real quick? First of all, this is crazy. So I just looked up in the Sean Marks era. The Nets are 24th in win percentage. The Pistons are worst by so far, under 34%. But
wow.
What has materialized in the Sean Marks era? Obviously, he inherited a bad situation, and then he made an ineffective all-in move, and now they're just back where they started.
It was a good move. It didn't work out, but I think it's a good move. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad move just because it didn't work.
But is it unpredictable that Harden would quickly become dissatisfied with that situation? You invested, but he also passed out midway through the next season.
Anybody does that. Any franchise does that.
Harden and
I don't
Kyrie
disagree with that. I don't disagree with any
championship.
I don't disagree with that, Riv. Why are we acting like that one move offsets everything else? Though, when that one move, even if we think the process was good, right, and teams would have done that, that still wasn't a success. And everything around that has been a failure. Yeah, damn near for their entire history.
No, I can hear that. I can hear that. So right now we have the Hawks, Pistons, Nets, bad organizations. The Charlotte Hornets.
Definition of
bad.
Damn near.
4th, the Indiana Pacers.
No, they're a good organization.
Yes,
good. Literally.
I see what they did to Victor Oladipo. That's all I'm gonna ask.
Riv, they are as consistently competitive.
Them in Utah.
What they did to Victor Oladipo.
The Pacers.
No. Did you see what he said? He said in an interview how they lied about his injury and they messed up his knee. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. But I would say they're a solid organization.
I mean, the Pacers haven't been bad since
a long time,
since the mid '80s.
Oh yeah, they're solid.
After they traded Paul George, Victor Oladipo gave them an All NBA season. After Oladipo, they bounced back with Sabonis and average core.
They traded for Hallie though.
Tyrese. What do you mean?
You do that trade? Come on, man.
Finals appearance. What are you talking about?
Zing!
Finals appearance.
Zing!
All right. So
further than the Brooklyn Nets. Further than the Brooklyn Nets went.
He cooked.
So next team, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bad. I'd say they're a bad organization.
I don't think got lucky with Giannis.
I completely agree, dude. I completely agree.
I tend to agree.
They also drafted Middleton in the 2nd, did they not?
They
traded for Drew Holiday. They picked up Brooke Lopez. They drafted Grayson.
They got Middleton. They didn't draft him.
Yeah, they traded for him.
Did they trade for him? They traded for him on draft day, or
yes.
No.
He played for Detroit first, and he was in the G League, and then they
traded for him.
They drafted Jabari Parker.
Well, that's not. I mean, that's unlucky.
I also would have drafted
the Nets aren't unlucky now.
The Nets are stupid. The Nets are horrible.
Traded for MCW.
Terrible franchises are usually unlucky. If we're being honest,
I would have drafted Jabari too.
Yep.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I don't think we can call the Bucks a bad franchise per se. I also wouldn't call them a good franchise. And I think that what they've done in the last year, and I'm not even talking about the Dame trade, honestly, the last several years, they stayed committed to a core that was aging and declining for too long, and then they tried to save the situation, obviously, by letting Drew go and bringing in Dame, and Dame wasn't what they hoped, but that wasn't the fundamental problem to me. The fundamental problem was being invested in this whole group that's just getting older and worse, and then what they've done around them.
They traded 5 seconds for Jay Crowder.
Silly. taking AJ Johnson this year, least ready to impact dude you could have taken in the first round, like stuff like that, not addressing getting a younger, more athletic center than Brook Lopez. Like this is where I don't give them credit. And it's like they have Giannis and they're 6-9 right now.
I don't think they've hit on a draft pick in a decade outside of Giannis.
Haven't. I feel like how we can answer this question is post Giannis, do you trust Milwaukee to rebuild successfully?
Hell no.
I barely trusted them with
They hired Doc Rivers. They hired
And
Doc
Dorvin
Rivers.
Ham.
All right,
That would
we
be
understand.
Keep it going. AJ Griffin.
We
Adrian
understand
Griffin
there are
left.
teams that don't have championships, correct? There are teams that don't have one at all.
True. There are a whole lot of teams that don't have a Giannis
I don't
Antetokounmpo.
care. I don't care. They're the team that drafted him regardless.
They got lucky
They have a
injury.
championship
And that's
in
what I'm
the
saying.
last 5 years.
That's why I'm not
They're
calling them
good
a bad organization.
Okay,
They
so
have
I'm
a
calling them bad. I'm saying
championship.
they're middling.
So
They're
Bucks,
middling. I'm fine
yes
with
or
that.
no? Are they a bad organization? Yes or no?
No, they're not a bad organization.
Bucks are not
No,
bad.
they're bad. They're bad to me. I'm
No,
going
they're
back.
not.
They're bad.
Okay,
They've had a
They
bad couple
drafted
of
an
years.
all-time great player.
He's a fucking late pick. Congrats. You
we're
got
moving on.
That should only be beneficial to them.
Bro, for every
Drew, answer this question. How many picks have they hit on since Giannis? I know.
you guys want to hear,
That's been 10 years ago.
Do you
this
have
is
the draft
crazy.
in front of you, Carson.
I do. So 2014, they go Jabari. 2015, 17th pick, Rashad Vaughn, not even an NBA player. 2016, 10th pick, Thon Maker, not an NBA player. 2017, 17th pick, DJ Wilson, not an NBA player. That's bad, bro. Those are middle of the first round. That's
Keep
top
going.
10
You
picks.
don't have
I
to
like
waste
DJ Wilson.
Then they get DiVincenzo, who they didn't. You like? Well, yeah. Okay, DJ Wilson didn't work out. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I like
You're
him
still in
enough.
on the stretch big potential.
Dante's a
You
W.
gonna figure it
Hey,
out.
keep going. I heard the first good player you mentioned. Dante's a
Dante,
dub.
yeah, and guess
Not with
what?
them.
No,
He's
but
got
he's a
way
good
better
player.
after.
He was
Wait,
better.
did
Way
No.
better.
So we're not giving them credit for
We
Chris
can't.
Middleton, and we're not going to give them credit for
No,
Dante.
Chris Middleton, sure, but not
Chris
Dante.
Middleton, they get credit for. You said they drafted him. They didn't draft.
I made a
him. That was a
mistake.
correction.
Wait,
Go
did
ahead.
I-
I'm just
like
saying he
Carson
got
said
good.
that,
You're
nigga.
saying Dante got good once he left. Chris Middleton got good once he came.
Look, I always liked Dante. Dante was one of my three
Well,
favorite
Dante's a
dudes in
good
this
draft pick. I think that's that for sure.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay, then they trade Kevin Porter the next year. Then they trade a few of these picks in a row. Then recent years, they take Beauchamp, and then their last first round pick is AJ Johnson.
Smooth one, guys. I think the Bucks are bad. I think they're lucky.
Going
bro.
bad.
I will say they did still draft Giannis, and they do still have a title.
The nail in the
last
coffin is
half
they
decade.
hired Doc Rivers. I mean, that
That-
tells
and
you everything
that's
you
what I'm
need
saying.
to
They've had a
know.
bad 2 years for sure. I would say that they're a middle of the pack organization. I don't think I could say they're bad.
Carson, there's more bad for them in the last 10 years than good.
Who's it? Are they? Are the Hawks a
Giannis
better
alone
organization
outweighs a
than
lot,
Milwaukee?
bro.
I agree.
don't
but
think so.
They've hired 3 bad coaches in that span. They've not hit on a single draft pick outside of Giannis. And then
Bud had his flaws,
Are the Bucks just the Bengals? They just have an elite
The
quarterback. They
Bengals
have
are the
Giannis.
most poverty franchise in the NFL.
Okay,
I know, and
Propped up
Joe
like-
Burrow is holding them as much as he could. This
Everything.
year it's not working
Okay,
out,
but
but the
right
last 2 years
now-
it's been Joe Burrow.
right now, but not if we zoom out, because like Bud had his issues, Riv. You're talking about 3 bad coaches. They also were an automatic high 50s win
I'm not
team
talking
with
about
him
Bud.
year in,
I'm
year
talking
out.
about Adrian, Doc, Ham.
They've
Oh,
had
you were
a
counting
bad
Ham.
2
Okay, I
years.
thought you were saying
They've had a
head
bad 2
coaches.
years. But so Riv, you're saying no, they
They're bad. They're bad. They're bad to me.
Logan, you're saying they are a bad organization. Carson is in the
Yeah.
middle. That where are you at?
I'm in the middle as well.
Okay, Drew, you think they are in the you're in the middle, or they are a good organization?
They're a good organization because they have a championship.
Okay, they will not be counted on this list. We're moving on.
So
The Chi-
hold up. By transitive, we can move on. But by transitive logic, the Kings are a good organization because they have a championship.
No, they have one in the last 5 years.
Okay.
okay, next team up.
Bro was about to bring up the Rochester Royals.
Yes.
I was gonna
Yes,
say, like, if
bro.
you want to go ABA back in the day, fucking the Nets have 2 championships.
Oh, yeah, we're
nobody
Literally
cares
the
about.
1951 Rochester Royals. You were going to start talking about Bobby Wanzer, weren't you?
I don't even know these
Nobody
names.
knows who Bobby Wanzer is. There's no reason for anybody to know.
Next team, the Chicago Bulls.
Bad organization. Bad.
Terrible.
Oh my
Horrible.
God! Last 10 years.
Incompetent. Incompetent.
And you know what, guys? This I wish I would have shut up just maybe a second sooner, because this team epitomizes why I was wrong on the last team. So I apologize. Got saved by Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan started the whole wave. That being said, Jerry did make some amazing selections afterward, amazing transitions after going and getting Dennis too, Kukoc. He cooked.
That was 25 years ago.
It was a long time ago, and like you guys are saying, you don't trust them moving forward after Giannis. I get where you're coming from, especially once I hear the Bulls' name.
I don't trust the Bulls after D Rose.
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Garpax were terrible, and then Carcinovas has been terrible. They've been in terrible hands.
I don't trust the Bulls if they get Cooper Flag.
I think the difference between the Bulls and the Bucks, though, is that with the Bucks, their drafts have been bad, but I do think that in the late 2010s, after they lost in the conference finals to the Raptors, they realized Eric Bledsoe's a problem. We gotta go get it. We gotta go get Jrue Holiday. They traded a lot of first round picks to get Jrue Holiday. They did sign Brook Lopez. Like, they did build a competent roster around Giannis, and they do deserve credit for the signees that they made and the trades as well. But the Bulls are bad. So right now we have the Pistons, Hawks, Nets, Hornets, and Bulls. That's 5 teams. That's 33% of the Eastern Conference right now. The Washington Wizards.
Obviously. Terrible.
Don't even know what they are.
Terrible.
What have they done?
They're going on
6
15 years of bad, bro.
The Toronto Raptors.
Good.
I think they're a good organization. Yeah.
Really good.
They made some bad moves lately, but good.
Are they really good? They're
What's their
fine.
bad move? Signing Emmanuel quickly?
Last 10 years, though. 10 years they've been good.
Daniel Quickly's a monster, bro.
I like him a lot, but his contract's expensive. That's what Rid's statement is.
What?
He's a
Emmanuel,
good player. Don't get
Give me
caught
a
in
second.
semantics. He's a good player, Rid.
That's
Stop.
what we do here. That's what we do here.
You know,
Is he better
the
go
one
get his
thing-
Emmanuel quickly jersey? That's got to be
I
aura.
think he is. Oh my God, he is.
He is. The one thing I would hold against Toronto as we wait for the reveal is waiting too long to make the OG and Siakam deals.
Yeah.
But the value they ended up getting back, it's like, all right, you know, they stayed in mediocrity for too long, but they got the value.
That's hard.
And
not
that
even
makes
Oh,
New Jersey.
It's not the Raptors one.
That's
If it was the
classic.
Raptors one, oh my God, he would have been T1 quickly.
That's honestly, that's a better jersey than the Raptors jersey.
Would be nasty.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. The new city edition?
The Knicks quickly jersey is better than the Raptors jersey.
Easily.
We're
No,
not letting any
the
Quickly
city
slander get
edition with the
tolerated, bro.
Raptor on it.
No, the jersey's fire. The jersey's better, but Emmanuel quickly on the Raptors. I don't. This isn't the long-term thing here.
Oh, would you stop? Did you watch him cook the second half when he got traded to the Raptors?
Brother said a year ago.
Hey,
Last year, no,
Couple months.
Quickly's
It was
good,
a
but
couple
don't get
months a
Raptor
year
jersey.
ago.
And now to wrap up the game, the Sixers are the very last team I will name. So far, we have 6 teams that are bad organizations
Bad
in the East.
franchise.
They literally tanked their way into being relevant. Like, if we really think about it, they said, we're just going to be bad for
And
a
they
few
still
years.
found a way to fuck it up.
Exactly.
I think
Whoa, horrible
they've been in the
organization.
playoffs like the last 6-7 years.
I couldn't
We did say a decade.
call them bad.
I can't call them bad. I'll say middle.
No, they're bad. They haven't gone to an ECF. Like Logan just said, they tanked their way to getting good players, and they still found a way to fuck it up
They
by
didn't
not
take their way
bringing
to
back
get
Jimmy Butler.
They didn't take their way to get Jimmy Butler.
No, they
But then
tanked
they
their way
let
to
him
get
walk.
Joel Embiid and
They
Ben
get Ben
Simmons,
Simmons.
which
Angelo
then
Okafor.
went
Okafor.
and made them
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
we're a move away. Let's go trade for Jimmy Butler. We have Tobias Harris. Let's choose Tobias over Jimmy.
So we're knocking them for tanking to get good ass players.
Well, but here's the
They've
thing.
accomplished zero. They've
Well, but
got
also-
nothing to show
They've done,
for it.
wait. But they've done exactly what Indiana has done. We call them good.
But
No, I
no,
mean, Indiana's
Sixers didn't
competitive.
have success for
Yeah,
how
Indiana's
long?
never been
competitive.
bad. Indiana's
Indiana
never
was
been
the-
bad.
They
Yeah,
never
they're
had
kind of the
every
inverse
year.
Indiana, where they
Brother, we
really
said-
bottomed out to
We
get
said the
relevant.
last 10 years. Philly's been in the playoffs like 7 in the last 10 years.
But that's
The thing
because of Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's why I couldn't call them bad. I'm with you, Riv.
Yeah,
They also have
that's
obviously mismanaged some things around him. He also, I think, hasn't been the meteoric superstar in the big moments they would hope. And they have 4 top 3 picks, right? And a couple
what
of them are misses. Jaleel, Fultz.
Uh,
Little big
What
misses.
did the
Doc-
Sixers
Doc
do
Rivers.
before Embiid? They were dog shit.
Andre Iguodala has some good years
Don't
there.
disrespect Thaddeus Young. Please don't disrespect Thaddeus Young.
Thad Young, he was in a class with Larry, LeBron. You're cooking. You're cooking.
Drew Holiday was an all-star with them too.
True.
But
Where were they going? What were they? First round exits at most?
It's not their fault. Ben Simmons was ass, and he got emotional and didn't dunk the ball on Trae Young.
They went and still got Harden because of that.
Bro.
They made a move and still got Harden and still did not go to an ECF.
And they cooked, and then Embiid choked. That's not on the organization.
But I'm also saying, like beforehand, like the Bucks were called a bad organization for years of listen, they were not good. I agree, but if you really want to go back in the day, I mean, they do have a championship
but the Bucks haven't hit on a single draft pick.
Well, the Bucks used to. I mean, I think you're going too far back, Drew. We're not talking about the 1971 Bucks. We're not talking about the 1980s Bucks with Sidney Moncrief and Terry Cummings and the boys. We're talking about the current regimes.
I understand.
Last decade or so.
But the Sixers really haven't done anything either.
I would put the Sixers right where I put Indiana, honestly, and they're okay. Personally.
I think Indiana's a legitimately good organization. I think Philly's closer to Milwaukee, probably.
Yeah, you also have to take into account like, Indiana's a small market team. It's much tougher for them to get a free agent.
I agree with that, Logan. They are closer to Milwaukee.
I mean, I think they're a worse version of Milwaukee. Kind of. I mean, the things we've criticized with Milwaukee, Philly's just been worse.
I agree, and they have no championship to ride on.
The one exception being Milwaukee's superstar player has delivered and in some ways carried them over the top in 2021, whereas Philly's superstar player has consistently.
Right now, though, I mean, Daryl Morey's still their guy, though, right?
Yes.
I trust Daryl Morey.
I like Daryl Morey, too.
I feel like Philly's been better at drafting lately. I feel like they've been better at building better rosters. I just think the difference is Milwaukee's star player showed up and Philly's star player did it. Like, I think Philly has built some really good, legit teams. And they're just like, if they choke, I can't sit there and be like, damn, that's the organization's fault that Embiid flopped again. You know?
Yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, obviously they get Maxey at 21. That's a great pick.
Great steal of a deal. You know
and McCain now.
Now they got Jerry McCain.
If Giannis doesn't get hurt these last couple of years, like we probably look at Milwaukee a little bit different. Like at least they get out of the first round. Maybe they get into the ECF and lose to Boston or something. But if Giannis doesn't get hurt these last couple of years, like it's the same shit with Embiid. Giannis was just healthy for that playoff run, and he went and won the finals. Embiid just didn't.
The only thing I'll hold Philly against is keeping Brett Brown for too long. And choosing him over Jimmy Butler. That's the only thing.
So the final tally right now is the bad organizations in the Eastern Conference, the Wizards, the Bulls, the Hornets, Nets, Pistons, and Hawks. That's 40% of the conference.